Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you another fantastic game, the critical position of which is still a headache not only for brute force Stockfish, but also for neural network based chess engine Leela Chess Zero. With the white pieces playing Armenian FIDE master Tigran Gezalian, and Chessmaster 3000 chess program is on the black side. The game was played in 1997. In those times, Chessmaster was really very popular. Moreover, it is the best-selling chess franchise in history with more than 5 million units sold as of 2002. And when it comes to Master Tigran, let me reveal a little secret. I had an honor of being his student. So without further ado now, let's start with the game and see what happened on the board. Gezalian opened up with knight f3 and Chessmaster responded with knight f6, d3, d5, knight bd2, knight c6, e4. We can see that just from the opening, Gezalian is hurrying to deviate from the main theoretical battle, and after e5, instead of going for this King's Indian attack type setup followed by a fianchetto of a bishop, he chooses a more humble bishop e2 continuation. All in all, yes, he's avoiding the main theoretical battle and will try to test the computer in a positional way. Bishop e7 was Chessmaster's answer. In here we see castling by both sides, c3, bishop e6, and b4, white is starting a queenside advancement. Queen d6, bishop b2, rook d8, queen c2. Choosing a typical strategy when you are first avoiding the main theoretical battle and then you are stepping into closed positions is really very effective, against chess engines. As you know, in closed positions, the engines are really bad in developing strategic ideas. b5, knight e7, and this time we have c4, d takes c4, knight takes c4. So white is recapturing with a c knight and is getting a backward pawn on d3, but that's securely protected by the bishop on e2, while on the other hand white can now put useful pressure on c7. Bishop takes c4, queen takes c4, knight g6, and g3 not allowing knight f4 jump. Knight d7, rook a c1, knight c5, bishop a3. Well, seems like that the idea of bringing the knight on c5 doesn't give black much, and it's white who is getting better chances. Instead, bringing the bishop on d6 and strengthening the pawn on c7 was a better idea. b6 was Chessmaster's answer, and we have bishop takes c5, queen takes c5, queen b3, queen goes back on d6, and white rook is penetrating the 6th rank. Well, of course, white has an advantage, and with the upcoming blow it will become more tangible. Queen d7, and there we have it. At this point we reached the first critical position. You can pause the video and try to find white's next move. I have to tell you that Gezalian is a big fan of Tigran Petrosyan, and in the style of Iron Tigran, in here Master Tigran went for an exchange sacrifice, and we have it. An exchange sacrifice which was Petrosyan's trump card. Before proceeding, decided to check out whether Stockfish will choose this move, and yes, we can see that an exchange sacrifice, this rook takes g6, is engine's absolute favorite. H takes g6. With this exchange sacrifice, white is not only emphasizing the vulnerability of this central pawn, but also this diagonal, and after knight takes e5, it turns out that there are not many safe squares for black queen. Queen e8 was made by Chessmaster, and we have knight takes g6. So against the rook, white got a knight and two central pawns, which is just a huge compensation. This is more than enough. Bishop c5, knight f4, c6, b takes c6, queen takes c6, knight d5. White knight is occupying this central square, and yes, this position is also very easy to play with the white pieces. Now white can start a pawn storm. Queen e5, f4. We can see that Chessmaster is lack of ideas, while on the other hand white is making a steady progress. Queen e5, another time-consuming move, and there comes f6. Suddenly white is getting a nice wedge on the 6th rank. g6, bishop g4. It's very important to take under control this c8 square, not allowing black to put his rooks on the open file and create a counterplay. Queen g5. With this move, black is voluntarily imprisoning his queen. Trying something else is better. For example, a move like rook d6 followed by rook d8 and then rook takes d5, because this knight on d5 is a menace for black. Instead we have this strange looking queen g5 move, and there comes rook f4, bishop d6, here comes h4, queen h6. Well, already at this point it's difficult to give black an advice. If you try something else, for example, if move like queen e5, then h5 can follow and white has a very dangerous attack. If g takes h5, then bishop f5 and then queen d1 and black king is in trouble. Or if you try to keep the king side closed by playing g5, then knight e7 check can follow. If bishop takes e7, then rook f5, and then here, yes, it's over, white is winning. If here, then rook takes f7. Let's go back in our game to h4. Black answered with queen h6 and rook f2. The rook was under attack. Now if you try to activate your queen, for example, if you move like queen c1, then knight e7 check can follow. Yes. And if king f8, then h5 with an irresistible attack. Already the engine shows mate in 10. Black is in trouble. In our game to rook f2, black answered with rook e8, covering the e7 square, and here comes queen c4. At the same time, white is taking under control the c1 square and keeping the queen on h6 under control. Rook d8, rook e2, g5, h5. Yeah, and now at this point, black queen is totally out of the game. Queen h7, rook f2, queen h6, queen c6, bishop c5, rook f5. Now let's see how is white going to make a progress. Rook b8, black is acquiring a waiting strategy. Queen c7, rook b c8. And there we have it, we reached the critical position. But even if not rook b c8, for example, if we move like a5, then white has a lot of good options. Knight e7 can follow, and even at this point a move mate in the game is playable. I don't wanna spoil your puzzle, and after rook b c8 try to find white's next move. Ready? Well, but before sharing with you the solution, first want to test Stockfish and Leela Chess Zero by using this critical position. They are both running on Chessify's powerful cloud servers, which are allowing to reach an enormous speed. But the thing is that even in this case, the position turns out to be so challenging that they both can't see the move made by Gezalian. And that move is rook e5. Yes, white is going for a queen sacrifice. And now once I make rook e5 move, you will see a huge change in evaluation. So we see rook e5 in the game, and now you will see that already starting from this move on, both engines will start choosing rook e5 as a first choice. Already at this point we can see that Stockfish says that from this point on this is a totally winning position for white. But now if I go back to this position, then right now you will see that again, yes, rook e5 pops up as a first choice. This is really very interesting, guys, and I just can't understand how both engines can't see rook e5. Although still, even at this point, Leela has a different opinion and is choosing moves like queen b7, d7, queen takes a7, which are leading to messy positions. Yes, Stockfish is right, rook e5 is the crushing move. White is opening up the bishop's diagonal, is hitting on c8. Rook e8 followed by e5 can be also a nice threat if you move away your c-rook. And in here black accepted the queen sacrifice, after which we have rook takes e8 check, bishop f8, and now it's very important not to capture on c7, something which Leela is making. This is strange, guys. Yes, and then Leela changed to e5. e5 is the move, because if knight takes c7, then black can play queen takes f6, and suddenly black queen is getting freed. That's why Stockfish is totally right. In here, white should play e5, still keeping this queen imprisoned. And right now, yes, white is also hitting on c7, and now knight e7 will also follow. Yes, we can see that white is completely winning, although I really like Stockfish's evaluations. Leela is evaluating the position in a more humble way and is not giving white a decisive advantage. Well, back to our main board, and now let's see what happened next. So rook e5 was made, which was also playable if you play a5, then even in this case rook e5 works. In our game, rook c8 was played and rook e5, opening up the bishop's diagonal. Rook takes c7, black accepted the queen sacrifice, which we have already seen. Rook takes e8, bishop f8, and there comes e5, an important move. It's not good to capture on c7. Rook c2 check, and king f3. Gezalian is keeping his king near the center. And now if a move like rook takes a2, then knight e7 check can follow, followed by knight f5, and the game is over. That's why at this point Chessmaster went for a maneuver in order to save the piece. But with this maneuver, black is not making his position better, it's just prolonging the resistance. And just take a look at this miserable position, guys. White has the total control over the position, right? If we have a look at the position, white has only a knight, right, against the queen, but white's position is totally winning. This is insane, guys. Rook c5, d4, rook c1, and now all black can do is to move his rook, and let's see how white made a progress. d5, there it goes. White's idea is simple, to promote this d pawn to a queen. Rook g2 check, king f3, rook takes a2, d6, rook a3 check. Meanwhile, all black can do is to give some checks, while this white pawn is hurrying towards the 8th rank. Rook d1 check, king e2, rook d4, and there it goes. White queen appears on the board. Black is giving up his rook, and now two queenside pawns are left, which white will now munch. b5, king d1, b4, bishop takes a6, and now the last pawn will also drop, king c2, b1 queen, and king takes b1. There it goes. Now black is in Zugzwang, and whatever black plays, black is losing. At this point we have a forced mate in 5. Queen g7 was made by Chessmaster. Knight f5 check. Of course, Gezalian is not interested in winning a material. He's going for a straight kill, and he will now announce a quick mate. There we have it. We have some sort of a windmill as well, right? Knight f5 check, a very, very rich game. King h7, knight e7 check, and in the end we have a study-like checkmate. There it goes. After knight g8, we have a fantastic checkmate on the board. Yeah, this was really a very beautiful game played by Master Tigran. Pair's positional understanding is really very strong, and by relying on that fact, he gave this brute force no chance to survive. That rook e5 is truly amazing, which was hard to find not only for Stockfish but also for neural network based Leela Chess Zero. In the end, a chess puzzle for you, where the task is to find the winning line for white. It's white to move, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out my early uploads as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.